Ready? 1, 2, 3, start!
Greetings to all. I, on behalf of my prestigious school, G.D.Goenka International, welcome you all. You may please take your seats. We take this time to acknowledge the presence of all the notables and illustrious guests, beginning with our Honorable Chief Guest, Sir Govindbhai Dholakia, Diamond Tycoon, Founder and Chairman of Sri Ramakrishna Exports, our acclaimed Chief Mentor, Sri Manharbhai Kakaria, Sir Kamlesh Yagnik, and the trustee members, Madam Geeta Shroff, a social activist, our Director Principal, Mrs. Jayashree Choraria, Director Operations, G.D.Goenka International School, Ms. Sejal Thakkar, and our Administrator, Mr. Kishan Langalia. We are proud to have amidst us Dhruv Dholakia, an alumni of GDGIS, who is also associated with the SRK Diamonds Group. We also have with us Mr. Sailesh Sutaria, Principal, Ramakrishna Mission, Ms. Reena Dogra, Principal Primary Wing, NCT Education Campus, Ms. Smita Burhare, Vice Principal, NCT Education Campus. Can we please have a huge round of applause for them? A very pleasant evening, dear all. Greetings to esteemed visionaries and all the extraordinary souls who have graced this momentous gathering. This evening, we find ourselves standing at the threshold of history, on the precipice of greatness. With hearts ablaze and dreams as vast as the cosmos, we gather here to inaugurate the illustrious GDGIS MUN 4.0, the dawn of equity and justice. An exemplary endeavor that dares to defy the boundaries of what is possible. In the spirit of imagination and innovation, we are set on a journey that transcends the ordinary, transforms the known, and embraces the realm of the incredible. This evening, it is an honor to have amidst us an assembly of distinguished dignitaries whose presence lends us unparalleled prestige. We also extend our heart-warming welcome to the venerated guests, beginning with the trustee members, namely Madam Ekta Kakaria, Sir Gopal Tokania, Sir Bharat Reshambala, Sir Naresh Sa, Sir Parvat Kakaria, and Sir Mohan Bajaj.
The list doesn't end here. We also have members. We have also invited members from the PSA and Food Committee, and we are keenly awaiting their presence. They will be joining us shortly. Respected teachers, esteemed delegates, and students, at this point, I, Anvita Mishra,
And I, Anshul Haswani,
extend a resplendent welcome to the extraordinary inauguration of the grand GDGIS Model United Nations 4.0, the dawn of equity and justice, where diplomacy and global cooperation take center stage.
we're elated to have with us tomorrow's leaders. Seeing all of you here is a timely reminder that our organization exists to serve succeeding generations.
As we put a start to this momentous occasion where we exemplify the dawn of equity and justice, let us remember that this is just a prelude to a symphony that will resonate through ages. While we step forward to mark a great start, it is of utmost importance to glorify the presence of God Almighty, and for the same, I would like to call upon the choir on the stage. Our choir includes Paridhi Agarwal, Rama Arora, Navya Randeria, Akshara Mishra, Arohi Goyal, Shubh Gupta, and Suryansh Khetan on the vocals, and Manav Mehta on the keyboard. I request our eminent chief guest, Shri Govind Bhai Dholakia, Chief Mentor, Director Principal, Director Operations, and Sir Administrator, to come forward and extend their hand in the lighting of the lamp. I request the Director General and Secretary General to escort the distinguished guests. I request everyone to rise up for the prayer.
Saraswati Mahabhage Vidya Kamala Lochane Vishwarupe Vishalakshi Vidyamdiri Namostute. Everything I have, everything I
Please rise for the prayer.
everything I be, I give it to
I
you,
request the
Lord.
dignitaries to
I
rise for the
give
prayer.
it to you, Lord, and do it thankfully, thankfully. Every song I sing, every praise I bring, everything I do is a gift to you. Everything I do is a gift to you. Everything I have, all you have given me, all you have given me. I give it to you, Lord, I give it to you, Lord, and do it thankfully, thankfully. Every song I sing, every praise I bring, everything I do is a gift to you. Everything I do is a gift to you.
You may take your seats. Thank you, choir. We acknowledge the presence of Phoebe Narola, Sir, partner of SRK Group. We are extremely proud and elated to proclaim that we have been hosting and holding Model United Nations conferences for the past 10 years in a row now. Adding a feather to this cap, this is the 4th year of GDGIS MUN, which is jointly being organized by UNIC and UNHCR. Can we have the video, please? United Nations. G.D.Goenka International School was the first one to get their name registered in the India Book of Records for hosting the first ever sports MUN. We've had esteemed guests honor the conference with their presence over the years. This year are as follows. UNSC, UNGA being among them. Conferences and the memories they have left with us. Years of learning and understanding have made us better citizens. A representative from UNHCR was invited to our conference to enlighten the young minds. Due to some unavoidable circumstances, they couldn't be with us here today. But they were kind enough to send across a video message. Let us have a look at what they had to say. May we have the video, please?
Hello and a very good morning to all of you from Delhi today. My name is Smriti Brar and I'm here joining you all on behalf of UNHCR India. We are happy to participate in this Model United Nations Challenge. UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency, is a global organization dedicated to saving lives, protecting rights, and building a better future for refugees, forcibly displaced communities, and stateless people. The work we engage in remains relevant over the decades. Since 1950, we have faced multiple crises on multiple continents. UNHCR continues to provide vital assistance to refugees, asylum seekers, internally displaced and stateless persons, together with the governments and other stakeholders. We work to save lives and build better futures for millions forced from home. UNHCR has been awarded not one but 2 Nobel Peace Prizes for the humanitarian work that we relentlessly engage in. There are currently over 100 million forcibly displaced persons worldwide, with the numbers only due to increase owing to conflicts around the world, including in Ukraine and closer to home in Afghanistan and Myanmar. There are people who have had to flee due to conflict, persecution, violence, violation of human rights, or events seriously disturbing public order. These numbers show the staggering reality of our times. The United Nations General Assembly in New York affirmed the Global Compact on Refugees in 2018. The Global Compact on Refugees is a framework for more predictable and equitable responsibility sharing. recognizing that a sustainable solution to refugee situations cannot be achieved without international cooperation. UNHCR and other stakeholders continue to work together in line with the spirit of the Global Compact on Refugees, whose approach is to involve the whole of society, the various stakeholders, including the academicians, researchers, and university and school students, like all of you present here today. So it is not only the humanitarian agencies tasked with this work, but everyone has a role to play. The refugees are the right holders, and all of us are duty bearers. On durable solutions for refugees, the topic I was asked to speak on today, it is the collective responsibility of all parties to prevent conflict and end it where it has started. Similarly, it is the same responsibility we all have towards finding solutions for the forcibly displaced. Sustainable development and durable solutions to displacement are not possible without peace. With the understanding that humanitarian relief, development programs, and peace building are not serial processes but needed at the same time, the humanitarian development peace nexus has been formulated. This reinforces national and local systems and anticipates crisis by working towards collective outcomes over multi-year timeframes based on leveraging comparative advantage. Since agreeing to the triple nexus at the 2016 World Humanitarian Summit, the UN as well as national governments and donors have begun to slowly make progress on its uptake and implementation. Enhancing the self-reliance of refugees is a crucial component of the Global Compact on Refugees. Better self-reliance means refugees and host communities are better able to meet their essential needs, enjoy human rights, and live with dignity. This also leads to the development of markets, improves services in remote areas, and supports social cohesion. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development's call to leave no one behind and the Global Compact on Refugees goal of predictable and equitable responsibility sharing cannot be achieved without international cooperation. The UN High Commissioner for Refugees, Filippo Grandi, in an opening statement at the 72nd session of the Executive Committee, very rightly pointed out that we live in a very difficult period where multiple crises erupt or worsen every day. We are witnessing how unchecked and unresolved conflicts are driving a devastating rise in the global number of forcibly displaced persons, a number that has doubled in the last decade. We sometimes feel powerless and besieged, but we must not lose heart and take inspiration instead from the courage and resilience which uprooted people continue to show. None of us can do this alone, but if we work together with courage and humility and in a true spirit of solidarity, putting the common good before individual and national considerations, then we have a chance to succeed. With this message, I thank all the students and delegates who have come together to participate in this year's Model United Nations Challenge. We also hope that this exercise will help you welcome refugees with open arms, create awareness in your friends and family and the larger communities. We count on you to develop new ideas to help refugees. I conclude by wishing you all the very best. Thank you.
That was indeed wonderful. We wholeheartedly thank Ma'am and believe that the delegates will indeed keep these pointers in mind while coming to a consensus and always be resilient in trying to making an effort.
We would like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Alpa Jindal from the PSA Committee, Ms. Ekta Sangvi from the Food Committee, Ms. Monica Ajitsaria from the Food Committee, Ms. Alpa Patel from the Hostel Committee, Ms. Jayashree Chandak from the Food Committee, Ms. Tulsi Patel from the Hostel Committee, as well as Ms. Jayashree Ben Patel from the Hostel Committee. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to partake in our opening ceremony.
We would also like to inform the delegates that you would be receiving 2 certificates, one jointly by GDGIS MUN and UNIC, and one exclusively by UNHCR that you will receive on your registered email IDs.
Step into the rhythm zone where passion and dedication collide. We have performers from grades 10 and 11 presenting a mesmerizing performance seeking blessings of Goddess Durga and Lord Krishna. And for the same, we have Janvi Chopra, Khwahish Batra, Riddhi Kedia, Samidha Sonkusle and Trisha Chatwani.
Airgiri Nandini is a popular devotional song dedicated to Goddess Durga, also known as Mahisasur Mardini Stotra. The song praises and seeks blessings from the fierce and powerful form of Goddess Durga, who defeated the demon Mahisasur. The name Krishna means the all-attractive one, and Govinda translates to the one who gives pleasure to cows and senses. He is revered as the 8th incarnation of Lord Vishnu and is considered the supreme deity by many devotees.
Aigiri Nandini Nandita Medhini Vishwavinodini Nandanute Girivaralindya Shirodini Vasini Vishnu Vilasini Jeshnunute Bhagavati Heshiti Kantha Kutumbini Bhuri Kutumbini Bhuri Krite Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini Ramya Kapardini Shailasute.
सजे बिहारी मनमोहन तेरी छवि अति प्यारी मन मंदिर में सजे बिहारी मनमोहन तेरी छवि अति प्यारी बंसी बजैया रस रचैया तारनहार मेरे तुम ही केवैया तुमसे बड़ा कहाँ कौन कन्हैया श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा नंदन तुमको वंदन रखते सबकी राज सबके स्वामी अंतर्यामी पूर्ण कीजिए काज।
What a magnificent performance! Thank you, friends, for taking us into a different realm where we could easily connect with God Almighty. In a world filled with magic and movement, we too have our young Goenkans ready to perform. May I call upon Anvita Mishra of class 11, Sohani Bhadani of class 11, Vineet Shah of class 12, and Jia Juneja of class 11 for their display. We have Anvita on the vocals, Sohani on the drums, Vineet on the guitar, and Jia on the keyboard. Let us encourage them with a thunderous applause. Our talented bunch will be performing the song Yellow by Coldplay.
Look how they shine for you. We all the things you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. Thank you.
Thank you, Anvita and team, for your passionate performance tonight. Your dedication to your craft shines through, and we truly enjoyed the experience. Before we move any further, I would take this time to address the significance of having somebody like our chief mentor, Sir Manhar Kakaria, with us. His relentless and unwavering support and dedication has always left us nothing but amazed. This school stands tall today only because of his dynamic vision and exceptional leadership qualities. The MUN conferences that have been happening in school for the past 10 years were possibly only because of his foresight approach, both towards life and education. As we honor the essence of this conference, we are privileged to felicitate our esteemed chief guest, whose wisdom and guidance shall inspire us all.
Shri Govindbhai Dholakia stands as a beacon of inspiration, embodying the ideals of excellence, passion, and relentless pursuit of greatness. Sir's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary, marked by countless triumphs and the courage to surmount formidable challenges.
Shri Govindbhai Dholakia, Diamond Tycoon, founder and chairman of Shri Ramakrishna Exports, was honored with Hurun Most Respected Family Business of the Year by Hurun Report Global on 2nd February 2023 at Mumbai. Sir had a simple yet difficult childhood. Simple because their family lived a simple life with limited resources. Difficult because it wasn't as easy as it is today. So for us as youngsters, there's a lot to learn from a persona like Sir. May we please have a huge round of laudation for him. Diamonds Are Forever and So Are Models is a new age book that tells us the story of Sir Govindbhai Dholakia. This autobiography revisits a substantial part of his life, struggle, and professional journey.
At this juncture, I would like to request Jayashree Ma'am, Director Principal, G.D.Goenka International School, Surat, and Mr. Kamlesh Yagnik, who has not yet come, unfortunately, to felicitate Sir Govindbhai Dholakia. If I could ask our OC members Vaishnavi Bunki and Chavi Lahoti to escort Sir and Ma'am onto the stage. Sir, Ma'am, if we could have you on stage, please.
We salute Sir's exemplary leadership and incessant commitment to global progress. Come on, audience, can we please have a huge round of applause for Sir? You may take your seats here on stage. Also, if I could invite Director Operations, Ms. Sejal Thakkar, followed by the Administrator, Sir Kishan, and Ms. Geeta Shroff. I also request Sir V.V. Narola to come up on stage, please. Shroff, who has been a part of GDGIS ever since its inception. She's one such persona who wouldn't need any introduction, as she's too close to all of us at GDGIS. You may please take your seat, ma'am. I request Manha sir to kindly come upon stage. Can we hear it out loud, please? Together, we elevate the spirit of international cooperation and diplomacy to greater heights. We take this time to acknowledge the presence of all the esteemed principals from different institutions who managed to alter their busy schedules to be a part of this evening. As a mark of our love, we present to them token of gratitudes. I would like to invite Ms. Reena Dogra, Principal, Primary Wing, NCT Education Campus, and Ms. Smrita Burhade, Vice Principal, NCT Education Campus, to come upon stage and receive our token of gratitude.
May we please have a huge round of applause.
I invite our Chief Guest, Sir Govind Bhai Dolakia, to present the token of love. I request COE CBSE Coordinator Surat and Principal of Unnati English Academy, Mr. Rajesh Srivastav, to kindly come upon stage. Also, I request Madam Director Principal to do the honors. I call upon Mr. Sailesh Sutaria, Principal, Ramkrishna Mission, to come upon stage. And I request Manhal sir to felicitate him.
Let's hear a louder clap for our distinguished dignitaries.
Thank you, sir. Now, if I could welcome Mrs. Chavi Ravi on stage, please. To do the honors, I would request Ms. Geeta Shroff to felicitate her. Ms. Chavi Ravi is the principal of Agrawal Vidyavihar. We're glad to have you amongst us, ma'am. Can we hear it loud, please? Thank you so much, ma'am.
This magnificent event would not have been possible without the unconditional support and visionary leadership of our esteemed principal, the heartbeat of our institution, Director Ma'am. Her unparalleled dedication and passion for excellence has transformed G.D.Goenka International School into an epicenter of knowledge and wisdom. Dear people, brace yourselves as we prepare to witness an extraordinary moment and addressed by the architect of our dreams and the guardian of our aspirations, our charismatic principal, Ms. Jayashree Churaria. Can we please hear it loud for Nan?
It was a very impressive introduction. I have to still go very far for all this, my dear children. But then, a very, very good evening to all of you. Good evening! A warmth and love for our chief guest, Mr. Goenka. Thank you so much for coming here. Ms. Geeta ma'am, thank you so much. Manar sir, Mr. Narola, and our administrator, and all the principals who are sitting here. I'm so happy that you have taken out time to be here as a part of our MUN Chapter 4 to witness the opening. All the respected trustee members, all the parents, the PSA committee members, the food committee members, and the hostel committee members, of course, the alumni who are now heading as a chair or the co-chair, and my beloved students and all the students who are there from other schools as delegates. A very, very warm welcome to you. The slogan for GDGIS MUN Chapter 4 is Dawn of Equity and Justice. Now why I'm saying Chapter 4, because as you have seen in the video that we from last 4 years have got the support and envision from UN Original, and that is the reason, but then we are heading MUN from last 10 years. We have chosen the slogan Dawn of Equity and Justice just in order to reflect the basic purpose of UN establishment. We have gathered here for the Chapter 4 conference from the Secretariat's kickoff to the opening ceremony today. The most impressive part over the long journey for me was to find out that there are many students who are interested in global issues. The beginning of the small passion for matters leads to action, love for others, and ultimately happiness for all. All given agendas and committee are pertinent and in accordance with regulations stated by United Nations Information Center for India and Bhutan and United Nations High Commissioner in Refugees. The committees are G20, Lok Sabha, All India Nation Security Council, All India Political Parties Meet, United Nations General Assembly, Disarmament and International Security Committee, IPL Auction House, and International Press. A few seconds I would take just to mention why AIPPM, All India Political Parties Meet, which does not have in originality, but then it's a message from you youth that for the country, both ruling and opposition parties can sit together, discuss, debate, and come for the fruitful results for the country's progress. Model United Nations Conference is a pedestal for our school that will help achieve prodigies of today to gain new heights. School believes in enhancing academic qualifications along with development of qualities like teamwork, adaptability, leadership skills, confidence, respect, and moral value. And all these arrangements which you will see in these coming from today, 3 days, these all have taken a toll for almost 20-25 days and maybe much before that. A huge round of applause for the children behind it and the teachers behind it and the MUN coordinator, Ms. Meghna Badlani. All participants will be spending 3 days in GDGIS campus and debate on the designated agenda for each committee. They will get a chance to realize the importance of international relations, international security, and world peace. I sincerely hope this event will help you make action as global citizens leading a fair and just society for the future of humanity. Because G.D.Goenka believes in higher thoughts, stronger work, brighter results. Thank you.
We would also like to acknowledge the presence of Commissioner Income Tax Appeals, Shri Ritesh Mishra. Sir is not only an avid dreamer and academician, Sir is also a famous blogger and philanthropist. And on a slightly informal note, this is a very proud moment for me as Mr. Ritesh Mishra is my father. So can we please have a huge round of applause? Thank you, ma'am, so much for your incredible words. They never fail to inspire. Apologies. Moving on, it is our privilege to introduce to you the esteemed executive board members of G20, Chairperson Mr. Akhilesh Pratap Singh, and alumni of GDGIS, and Vice Chairperson Ms. Yashasvi Hasmani. A conglomerate of brilliance and innovation are entrusted with charting the course towards global economic stability. Mr. Akhilesh Pratap Singh, an alumni of GDGIS who embodies a diverse range of talents and achievements. He is also the founder of the Surat Peace Summit. And Ms. Yashasvi Haswani is a student from grade 9, an all-rounder and ardent performer. I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Govind Bhai Dholakia, to hand over the gavel to Mr. Akhilesh and Ms. Yashasvi.
To take their position on the stage. Now we have the executive board members of UNSC, Mr. Harsh Dalal and Mr. Sitesh Basani, guardians of peace and security. Mr. Dalal is an avid participant of MUNs and has garnered an incredible number of them under his belt. Mr. Basani is not only an avid reader of news pertaining to current affairs, but is also a stock market enthusiast. I welcome Mr. Harsh and Mr. Sitesh on stage. May I now request our chief guest to hand over the gavel to the executive board members of UNSC.
Next in line, we with much pride present the dynamic executive board members of DISEC, Mr. Aryan Anand and Ms. Gianna Shah, whose expertise will shape the discussions on disarmament and global security. An avid contender and participant in various MUN conferences and youth parliaments all around the world, Mr. Aryan Anand has played various roles in the capacity of a delegate, organizing committee member, etc. Ms. Gianna Shah strongly believes that the concept of MUNs allow delegates to deliberate upon persisting issues and seek innovative resolutions.
Unfortunately, Mr. Aryan Anand could not be here with us today because his train got delayed. So if I could request Director Principal Madam GDGIS to hand over the gavel to the EB of DISEC.
Have a huge round of applause for the executive board members.
Let us now take our attention to the distinguished executive board members of UNGA, Mr. Sparshan Ganguly and Ms. Harshita Joshi, whose voices will resonate in chamber of diplomacy. Unfortunately, Ms. Harshita Joshi couldn't be here with us today as well because her train got delayed. They're traveling from Anand to Surat to grace their presence for this auspicious conference. I once again request Mrs. Geeta Shroff to hand over the gavel to Mr. Sparshan.
Moving ahead, I would take this time to introduce the prestigious EB members of AIPPM, Mr. Shaurya Singh Pundit, an alumni of GDGIS, and Mr. Anmol Bilra, who will foster spirited debates on critical national issues. Mr. Shaurya Singh Pundit, a dedicated and enthusiastic individual currently pursuing a B.Tech degree in Computer Science and Engineering at Bennett University with a keen interest in Indian affairs and diplomacy.
Unfortunately, Mr. Anmol Bilra couldn't be here with us today as well, owing to the delay of the same train.
I request Manhar sir to hand over the gavel to the EB of AIPPM.
Let's hear it for the EB of AIPPM, please. We welcome the Executive Board of Lok Sabha, Mr. Vasu Patel and Ms. Sneha Desai. Unfortunately, Mr. Vasu Patel couldn't be here with us today owing to the delay of the same train. All travelling from Anand to Surat for GDGIS MUN. May I please request our Administrator, Kishan sir, to hand over the gavel. Sound of the applause should not be stopping, audience.
Entering the thrilling world of diplomacy and strategy with the executive board members of the IPL Auction Committee, the head auctioneer being Mr. Madhavan Patel and deputy auctioneers being Ms. Anya Davi and Anika Meharia. Mr. Madhavan Patel, a Goenkan and a student of grade 12, excels academically and actively follows various sports. Ms. Anya is an incredibly passionate and driven individual, constantly striving to broaden her horizons. And a creative and friendly leader, Ms. Anika Meharia, alumni of GDGIS, fosters collaboration and creates positive work environments wherever she goes.
If I may have Sir V.P. Narola to hand over the authority to the Executive Board members of IPL Auction House. Let us hear a chorus of cheers and appreciation for them. The Executive Board members of International Press, Mr. Manvendra Vansya, and alumni of GDGIS, Ms. Naina Goyal and Ms. Navya Saluja, pioneers of intellectual property rights, shall fortify the foundations of innovation and creativity. Mr. Manvendra is a formidable figure and a charismatic individual with a go-getter personality. Ms. Navya Saluja, a Goenkan prodigy, rooting from our humanities department, is a recurring member of International Press. Ms. Naina Goyal is a vibrant grade 11 Goenkan student who thrives on engaging with people. I cordially invite the chief guest to hand over the gavel to the Executive Board member of IP.
May we please have a huge round of applause for the Executive Board members of IP.
These astute individuals will steer us through the seas of diplomacy. Let us have some energetic clapping for them, please. The harbinger of this remarkable gathering, the Secretary General, stands tall as a paragon of leadership and vision. Throughout the preparations leading up to this momentous occasion, Sir Secretary General has tirelessly worked to bring together diverse minds to foster an environment of cooperation and mutual understanding. I would like to call upon Secretary General Shaurya Jindal to elevate the grandeur of the gathering with his words. Can we have a huge round of applause for him, please?
Thank you so much, Anvita, and thank you so much, Anchal. Greetings to all. Good afternoon to everyone. My apologies. Good evening, delegates. Good evening, delegates. Good evening. Is everybody sleeping back there? Good evening, delegates. Good evening. Great. So I believe that the hall still has energy left. So let's move on. Greetings to all. To begin with, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of notable personalities, our chief guest of honor, our chief mentor, Madam Director Principal, Sir Administrator, proud parents of the Secretariat, members of the PSA, School Management Committee, the Executive Board, and all dear delegates. Today, we gather here on this auspicious occasion to mark the beginning of yet another chapter in the remarkable journey of the Model UN hosted by the illustrious G.D.Goenka International School. I stand before you profound with gratitude and an overwhelming sense of pride as I reflect upon the incredible journey that has led us to this very moment. For the past 4 years, I have had the honor of serving as the Secretary General of GDGIS MUN, and it fills my heart with joy to see how this platform has grown, evolved, and embraced the ideals of diplomacy and consensus. Thank you everyone for that. Diplomacy, my dear friends, is the cornerstone of peaceful existence and harmonious progress. In a world that often finds itself entangled in conflicts and disagreements, diplomacy becomes the beacon of all hope that guides us towards understanding and cooperation. It is through the art of diplomacy that nations transcend their differences, engage in meaningful dialogue, and strive to find common ground for the greater good. GDGIS MUN over the years has served as a testament to the power of the same diplomacy, fostering an environment along with diverse perspectives and the collision of ideas and the emergence of solutions. Looking back at the remarkable journey of the past 4 years, I am filled with a profound sense of gratitude for the dedication, passion, and resilience exhibited by each and every one of you sitting over here. It is your unwavering belief in the ideals of diplomacy and consensus that has shaped GDGIS MUN into the vibrant and dynamic platform it is today. From the heated debates to late night drafting sessions, from the passionate speeches to quiet moments of reflection, you have all played an integral role in nurturing a space where ideas flourish and meaningful connections are forged. As we now embark on this new chapter, let us remember the challenges before us are great, but the potential for positive change is even greater. Let our discussions be fueled by empathy, our decisions guided by reason, our actions driven by a shared vision of more than just an equitable world. In the words of the great Nelson Mandela, it is in your hands to make a better world for all who live in it. And let this be our guiding light as we navigate the complexities of this global landscape. Thank you so much, and may our collective efforts lead us to a world of greater understanding, cooperation, and lasting peace. Thank you so much. I'd also like to take this opportunity to introduce the members of our Secretariat, the backbone of GDGIS MUN, those who have stood with us over the past 2 months, relentlessly working towards the success of this conference and resulting in what you see right in front of you. To begin with, I'd like to request the presence of Director General GDGIS MUN, Rishit Agrawal, followed by Director General Academics of GDGIS MUN, Anchal Haswani, followed by the Deputy Secretary General, Anvita Mishra, followed by the Head of the Organizing Committee, Rashi Sharma, and the Deputies to our Director Generals, Madhavan Patel and Jia Juneja, followed by the deputies of the head of the organizing committee, Adya Anand and Janvi Chopra. If you could please have them on stage. A huge round of applause for the secretariat, please. Now, I'd like to request our head of the organizing committee, Rashi Sharma, to please share her views with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Shaurya. Firstly, I would like to thank this great institution for bestowing upon me the honor of this post. I would like to thank the active brains behind the scenes, the organizing committee members, the backbone of this conference. We express our heartfelt appreciation. Your dedication ensures the seamless orchestration of this magnificent event. Each of you play a very crucial role in the making of this conference a grand success. I request all organizing committee members to please come and stand below the stage in the order that you called upon. Starting with, I have Anushka Shah, Yashvi Jhaju, Rushabh Adani, Harsh Chavar, Veni Savani, Kaviraj Juneja, Pratham Bhutra, Heer Chug, Deep Bhajda, Harshvardhan Chavra, Vansh Pansari, Divit Sethi, Neev Mehta, Ansh Singh Grover, Dhruvi Gupta, Chavi Lahoti, Vaidahi Kachala, Sia Agarwal, Hiya Patel, Yash Devani, Drishti Agarwal, Vaishnavi Banki, Reni Patel, Harshita Dharnidharka, Shresht Jain, Palak Desai, Manya Shri Dalmia, Krishna Patel, Karnik Amrutia, and Shubh Gadia. I present to you the organizing committee for GDGIS MUN Chapter 4. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? The people standing here up on stage and below it are the actual backbone of this conference.
I request the executive board members as well as the OC members to take their seats. I request sir to take a picture of everybody. May I request Vaibhav sir to please take a picture of the entire board of the GDGIS MUN. Well, it's time that we listen to some golden words from our revered chief guest for the night. With immense pleasure, I urge our chief guest, Shri Govindbhai Dholakia, to enlighten us with his words of wisdom. Sir, your presence on stage will be a true privilege for all of us. Can we hear a huge round of applause for our eminent chief guest?
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृतवेदविदेव चाहं कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय. એટલે તમને જય બોલવા જેવું ન લાગ્યું તો આપણે પ્રોગ્રામ બંધ રાખીએ. बोला कृष्णा कन्हैया लाल की. परफेक्ट परफेक्ट परफेक्ट. मारा हृदयस्थ फ्रेंड्स मनहर भाई, प्रिंसिपाल जयश्री बेन अने मारा बहु नजीकना सोशल में सपोर्टेड एवा गीता बेन અને અમારા बिजनेस पार्टनर वीबी नारोला, सौ यहाँ जो हिंदी ना बोलना पड़ेगा हो, इंग्लिश में कुछ मालूम नहीं आता है. और यहाँ अब तक जो ये सब अंग्रेजी में चला नहीं, उसमें तो बहुत टेंशन हो जाता है. समझ पड़े नहीं पड़े आ जाए. ये जी.डी. गोएंका स्कूल का जो आभा है वो तो पूरा सूरत में, पूरा गुजरात में, पूरा भारत में, अभी पूरा इंटरनेशनल में, विश्व लेवल में हो गया. उनका जो पूरा स्टाफ है, तो प्रिंसिपल के साथ जो भी उनका साथीदार है, सब मिल के काम करते इसलिए हुआ है. और सबसे अच्छा उसमें पार्ट है स्टूडेंट का. अगर स्टूडेंट अच्छा नहीं होता तो स्कूल का नाम नहीं होता. तो आप सब लोग स्टूडेंट बहुत अच्छे हैं. तो ये मैं इसलिए बखान कर रहा हूँ, मेरा ग्रैंड डॉटर भी यहाँ है. अक्षमा उड़ी था हमारी ग्रैंड डॉटर अक्षमा धोलकिया. मित्रों, आज यहाँ आके मेरे को इतना आनंद हो रहा है कि अपने सूरत में ऐसा स्कूल बन पाया है, बना है कि जो विश्व लेवल का यूनो के साथ मिलके काम कर रहे हैं. और आप सब लोग इतना भाग्यशाली है कि आप उसमें पार्टिसिपेशन कर रहे हैं. बराबर ना, इंग्लिश में पार्टिसिपेशन कहवाय ने भाई, क्या बोलते हैं? और बराबर. I am study only 7 but not giving 7 exam also. That's why my English poor, because I that time ABCD also starting from high school, from 8. So I not go to high school. That's why my English only practical. Because I am going to around the world last 50 years. So, but my English without grammar. But you see, who want grammar? Grammar want only 2 countries around the world. British and India, because British are largest speaking in the world. And India has, no sorry, British has his mother language. That's why British want grammar, and India is largest speaking in the world. That's why India want grammar. So I can't speak in India and British. Other country, my English is very good, powerful. इसमें क्या होता है, अगर मैं स्वीडन जाऊँ, स्विट्जरलैंड जाऊँ, जापान जाऊँ, वहाँ लोग क्या सोचते हैं उनको तो इंग्लिश बराबर आती है, हमको नहीं आती है, इसलिए मेरा इंग्लिश विदाउट ग्रामर वहां चल जाता है। बिजनेस में ऐसा होता है। आप सब लोग का कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ जाए इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि जरूरत अपने कैसे बोल रहे हैं, कैसे हम, हमारा स्पीच कैसा है वो महत्व का नहीं है, हमारा कार्य महत्व का है। हम क्या कर सकते हैं, व्हाट वी कैन डू, दैट इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट। तो ये जो स्कूल है, मैंने अभी जयश्री बेन को सुना कि मॉरल वैल्यू का महत्व है। देखो, जीवन में मॉरल वैल्यू मस्ट बी इम्पोर्टेंट। लाइफ जो हमारा है, ये हमारे गुजराती में एक दुआ है, खोटू करवू खोटू लेवू जीवन आखू खोटाड़ू अणसमझणना अंधारा में क्यांथी आवे अजवाड़ू। उनका मीनिंग यही होता है कि झूठ बोलना, झूठ करना और झूठी झूठ सब बात करना, तो ऐसे अजवाला मीन्स लाइट नहीं होगा, डार्क हुई होगा। क्यों? कि झूठ में यही है। इसलिए यहाँ जो राष्ट्र के लिए जो अभी जरूरत है और जो ऑनेस्टी एंड मॉरल वैल्यू, ये यहाँ जो होती है, आप सब लोग फ्यूचर में भी ये स्कूल को याद रख के, ये स्टाफ को याद रख के, कभी भी जीवन में अच्छा समय आवे या बुरा आवे, कभी भी कि सत्य को मत छोड़ने का, कभी भी मॉरल वैल्यू मस्ट बी। बहुत अच्छा, ज्यादा मैं आज बोझ पाठ देने के लिए आपको नहीं आया हूँ, मगर मेरे को यहाँ बुला के ये इंटरनेशनल जो प्रोग्राम हुआ उसमें मेरे को बुलाया, मेरे को इतना मान सम्मान दिया, इसलिए मैं यहाँ आयोजकों का, हम तो आयोजकों मैंने देखा यहाँ, तो आप सब लोग जो अभी से ये प्रैक्टिकल आयोजक कर रहे हैं और यहाँ इतना अच्छा स्पीच दे रहे हैं। अभी वो बहन का नाम तो मैं भूल गया, बोला ना मेरा फादर है ये यहाँ, तो हमारे को जैसा मेरा ग्रैंड डॉटर है जितना आनंद आया, ये उनको भी इतना उनका फादर यहाँ आया तो आनंद आया, दोनों का आनंद तरीका बहुत अच्छा। तो मैं फिर से इस संस्था को, जी.डी. गोयंका स्कूल को इंटरनेशनल स्कूल पूरा, मैंने वो पूरा अभी साहेब जो आया था ना उनको पूछा कि निकल गया ये क्या है, जी.डी. जिस बोलता ही नहीं आता तो वो बोला कि ये तो पूरा नाम है इंटरनेशनल ऐसा कुछ, तो हम एक दो कोई हरकत नहीं ना करिए, नाम बोले कैसे तो हमको मालूम नहीं पड़ता है बस। मगर ये सब मालूम कम होवे तो चलेगा, हमारा कार्य, हमारा वर्तन जो बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए, इसलिए सब चल जाता है। तो मेरे को यहाँ बुला के मान सम्मान दिया, इसलिए आयोजकों को खूब खूब आभार, धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत, नमस्ते।
May we have a huge, huge round of applause for Sir.
Many thanks, sir. Your wondrous words will forever stay with us. They were not only informative, but also very entertaining for all of us. May we please request all the dignitaries to take their seats down the stage?
Go.
Stage lights off. As we convene in this symbolic platform of diplomacy and cooperation, let us remind ourselves of the immense responsibility bestowed upon us. In the words of former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, to live is to choose. But to choose well, you must know who you are and what you stand for, where you want to go and why you want to get there.
चलते रहो अपनी मंजिल के पथ पर, चलते चलते या तो मंजिल मिल जाएगी या चलना सीख जाओगे। अब के कुछ ऐसे बरसी बरखा, क्या आपने है इन बूंदों को देखा? आओ जाने क्या कहती है बूंदे, हर्षवर्धन की जुबानी कुछ अल्फाज चुनिंदे। Harshvardhan, a student of 12th grade, has his grip not only in academics but also in poetry. And so, I call upon Harshvardhan Chavra to contribute his verse.
नमस्ते। मेरी कविता प्रस्तुत करने से पहले उसका सार समझाने के लिए मैं अपने कुछ विचार आप सबके सामने रखना चाहूँगा। जैसे बारिश ज़रूरी है प्रकृति के लिए, कुछ उसी तरह हम इंसानों के लिए मुलाकातें ज़रूरी हैं। जिस तरह बारिश में घने भरे बादल बरस कर अपना गुबार दूर कर पाते हैं ना, कुछ उसी तरह हम इंसान अपनी व्यथाएं, अपनी तकलीफ़ें अपनी बातों के ज़रिए दूर कर पाते हैं। तो इन्हीं विचारों को ध्यान में रखकर मैंने कुछ पंक्तियाँ लिखी हैं जो मैं आप सबके सामने प्रस्तुत करना चाहूँगा। अगली बार जब हम मिलेंगे ना, अगली बार जब हम मिलेंगे ना, तब यकीनन बरसात होगी। अगली बार जब हम मिलेंगे ना, तब यकीनन बरसात होगी। कुछ नमी बादल बरसा देंगे, कुछ नमी बादल बरसा देंगे और कुछ हमारी आंखों से इजाद होगी। उस मुलाकात में बिताया हर पल याद रहेगा हमें। उस मुलाकात में बिताया हर पल याद रहेगा हमें। मगर वक्त कहाँ गुजरा उसकी ना कोई याद होगी। जैसे बिजली एक पल में एक जगह पर गिरती है, मगर आवाज दूर तक फैलती है उसकी। जैसे बिजली एक पल में एक जगह पर गिरती है, मगर आवाज दूर तक फैलती है उसकी। कुछ यूं होंगी उस एक मुलाकात में बातें हमारे बीच, जिसकी याद रहेगी हमें जिंदगी भर, जिसकी जगह हमारे जहन में कुछ खास होगी, जिसकी जगह हमारे जहन में कुछ खास होगी। जैसे बादल ढक देता है, जैसे बादल ढक देता है रोशनी को बरसात के लिए, जैसे बादल ढक देता है रोशनी को बरसात के लिए। कुछ खामियां हम छुपा लेंगे तुम्हारी, और उम्मीद है कुछ गुस्ताखियां हमारी भी माफ होंगी। अगली बार जब हम मिलेंगे ना, तब यकीनन बरसात होगी। हमारे बीच कुछ खुल के दिल से बात होगी। अगली जो कविता है ना, वो हमारे जीवन के बारे में है। मानो हमारा जीवन एक सफर सा है और हम सब यहाँ पर मुसाफिर हैं। जितने भी लोग जो हमारे साथ इस सफर में जुड़े हुए हैं ना, वो हमारे लिए हमारे राहगीर हैं। ये सफर हम एक जगह की खोज में कर रहे हैं, जहाँ जाकर हम बस पाएं। ये जो जगह है ना, जहाँ जाकर हम बसना चाहते हैं, वो हमारे लिए हमारा सुकून दर्शाता है। मगर यहाँ पर एक प्रश्न उठता है कि क्या वाकई में ऐसी कोई जगह है भी? तो इस सवाल का एक जवाब लिए मैं आया हूँ अपनी कविता के साथ, जिसका नाम है मुसाफिरी। मंजिल से फासला बहुत, पैरों में दर्द ज्यादा है। मंजिल से फासला बहुत, पैरों में दर्द ज्यादा है। नाउमीदी छा रही है राह में मेरे, मगर हर कदम पे दिखता मुझे अपनों से किया वादा है। मगर हर कदम पे दिखता मुझे अपनों से किया वादा है। मेरी मेहनत बरकरार है, मेरी मेहनत बस बरकरार है इस सोच में कि यहीं कहीं आगे जाके पड़ता सफलता का इलाका है। और कोई राहगीर नहीं जानता सही पता किसी भी मंजिल का, कोई राहगीर नहीं जानता सही पता किसी भी मंजिल का। सब मुड़ जाते हैं उस गली, सब बस मुड़ जाते हैं उस गली, जहाँ के चौराहे से लगता सुकून का राब्ता है, सुकून का राब्ता है। लेकिन अब धीरे धीरे यूँ लग रहा है मानो, अब धीरे धीरे यूँ लग रहा है मानो मुसाफिरी ही मंजिल है हमारी, मुसाफिरी ही मंजिल है हमारी, हमारा घर ही ये रास्ता है। मुसाफिरी ही मंजिल है हमारी, हमारा घर ही ये रास्ता है। धन्यवाद। थैंक यू।
मुसाफिरी ही मंजिल है हमारी, हमारा घर ही है रास्ता है। Thank you, Harsh, for encouraging us to grow as we go. I'm sure everyone is as bedazzled by you as we have always been.
Let us have a huge round of applause for Harshvardhan once again. I think we all loved his performance, didn't we? I acknowledge the presence of Mr. Kamlesh Yagnik. Mr. Kamlesh Yagnik, Chief Resilience Officer at Surat Climate Change Trust, has played pivotal role in upliftment of education, especially when it comes to G.D.Goenka International School. Sir has been associated with us for long and is a venerated part of the Goenkan family. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Maya Angelou, a contemporary poet, prominently believes that everything in the universe has a rhythm and everything dances. Let's let this thought stay with you as I hereby invite Janvi Chopra of class 11 and Twisha Chatwani of class 10 to take the stage by storm.
Let us encourage them with a round of applause.
Thank you, friends, for the mesmerizing performance. Moving ahead, let me quote a line from William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. If music be the food of love, play on. To take us by her alluring voice, one of our students, Rama Arora from class 8, will be presenting before you the piece The Scientist by Coldplay. The stage is all yours, Rama. Please encourage Rama with a huge round of applause. Thank you, Rama, for the wonderful presentation.
We all thoroughly enjoyed it. Can we have the QR code, please? We value your feedback and therefore we present a form where we can obtain your feedback. You just have to scan the QR code and put your views and suggestions in there. We give you a moment to scan the QR code and fill the form. This is in regard to today's program, how you liked it, and if anything could have been done better, because we have really strived and worked for this to be a success. If anybody needs any assistance, our OC members are there to assist you. Let us proceed further with the program. We will take a moment. A few people are still trying to scan the QR code.
We will continue momentarily.
If there's any assistance needed, you can call the OC members. They will come to you. I request the OC members to go around and assist people. We will also be posting a link in the GDGIS MUN group, so those who were not able to provide the feedback can do so. Moving ahead, the most awaited moment is finally at hand. The dawn of equity and justice stands as tall as a pole. The official opening of GDGIS MUN Conference 4.0. I request our Director Principal Ma'am and Secretary General Shaurya Jindal to come upon the stage, please.
Another huge round of applause for our Secretary General.
The symbol of authority, the gavel, passes from the hands of our Director Principal to the Secretary General Shaurya Jindal. What a glorious moment! Can we have a round of laudation, please?
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm honestly having palpitations right now because of the enormity of what I am about to do. For the fourth consecutive year, that is the official opening of GDGIS MUN. So before I go dizzy, let's carry on with this. I, Shaurya Jindal, Secretary General of GDGIS MUN, Chapter 4, jointly organized by the United Nations Information Center for India and Bhutan, along with the United Nations High Commissioner on Refugees, in the presence of all our dignitaries, our MUN coordinator and my dear family, declare this conference open.
A huge round of applause, please.
May we all have a successful conference ahead. Best of luck. Now, if all of you could rise for the national anthem. National song, my apologies. If we could have all the lights on, please.